Patrick Mahomes' injury was the most painful and fitting symbol of the Kansas City Chiefs' collapse in the 2025 season. For months, the Chiefs flirted with disaster: a losing record in December, sloppy losses, a battered roster, an offense that never looked right. But as long as Mahomes was upright, there was always the belief that Kansas City could escape the mess it created. That belief finally died on Sunday. With 2 minutes left in a must-win game against the Los Angeles Chargers, Mahomes went down clutching his knee. Helped off the field, sent to the medical tent, and then escorted to the locker room, the face of the franchise disappeared at the exact moment the season needed him most. Moments later, Gardner Minshew threw a game-ending interception. The season was over. It felt inevitable. Mahomes had been listed on the injury report week after week with a knee issue, but he kept practicing and playing through it, trying to drag a flawed team forward. On Sunday, the wear finally caught up. Behind a severely depleted offensive line, the Chiefs were down to their fifth and sixth tackles. Mahomes had no margin for error. One awkward tackle by Deshaun Hand was enough to end everything. The injury wasn't just bad luck. It was the result of an organization stretched thin. Injuries along the offensive line, key players missing. Protection breaking down at the worst possible time. When a quarterback like Mahomes has to constantly compensate for chaos around him, eventually the bill comes due. Now, with the Chiefs officially eliminated from the playoff picture, the focus shifts from survival to uncertainty. There is no reason to rush Mahomes back onto the field with nothing left to play for. January football is off the table. Pride is the only thing remaining. The bigger concern is what this moment represents. Mahomes is now in his 30s. The injuries are no longer theoretical. The roster around him is no longer overwhelming. The margin for error that defined the Chiefs' dominance has vanished. Seeing Mahomes limp off the field was the excruciating exclamation point on a season that unraveled piece by piece. Drops, penalties, poor protection, questionable decisions. It all culminated in the one thing the Chiefs could never afford to lose: their quarterback. Kansas City has hard questions ahead about health, about roster construction, about whether the infrastructure around Mahomes is still good enough to support greatness. For the first time in years, the Chiefs enter an offseason without answers and without the comfort of knowing that Mahomes can always save them.